Every student has different ways of learning, and every teacher has different types of teaching. So, I'm Defanny Tiara Rossa. In here, I will explain about how to deal with different types of young learners and the principles of TEYL, or Teaching English for Young Learners.
Okay, the first is dealing with active and passive learners. Number 1, make various activities. The teacher gives a lot of activities so that students don't easily get bored and make learning active. Number 2, integrate active learning activities into the classroom. The activities such as acting, small group work, and hands-on activities. Number 3, give students equal chance to speak. I think this point should be done by the teacher because this is to make the students feel free to speak in the classroom. Number 4, incorporate fun learning stations in the classroom so that the students can move around and process with other peers in smaller groups. Number 5, break the class into groups where they make opposing positions on a topic. Allow the students from each group to facilitate the discussions, so the teacher can act as the judge and dole out points for good arguments, creative content, and clever presentation. Number 6, mix the passive and active student in the same group. The teacher divided student, then ensure that each student does their part of the task. Number 7, give student reinforcements. Can be in the form of the teacher giving praise or rewards, or passive students. The teacher can provide motivational words so they can become active learners. Number 8, change seating arrangement because sometimes some students are passive because they think you don't pay attention to them. Number 9, walk around the class so everyone will get your attention, and here the teacher can see the progress of all the students. Number 10, do personal approach if all else fail. The teacher can talk privately outside the classroom with passive students. Second is dealing with slow and fast learners. So first, apply peer tutoring. The teacher chooses the fast learners for tutoring the slow learners. Number 2, apply mixed group. In here, fast learners and slow learners are in a group discussions, so they discuss the given material. Number 3, teacher have to do comprehension check, especially on the slow learners, because if they in the problem, teacher can help them. Number 4, ask questions to both types. Teacher do not focus only on the slow learners or on the fast learners. Give them equal attention. Number 5, walk around the class. As I mentioned earlier, the teacher can see the progress of the slow and fast learners by walking around the class. Number 6, vary this learning method. Yes, teacher must vary the learning method so to facilitate the slow and fast learners. Number 7, vary the level of difficulties of the task or assignment or a test, and this must be suitable for both of the types. Number 8, change the seating arrangement regularly. So, for example, the slow learners can sit down with the fast learners, and they can learn from the fast learners.
Number 9, give special treatment or attention to the slow learners. Well, sometimes the slow learners need more attention or treatment when they are in a trouble or problem. And 10, give enrichment or extra exercises to the fast learners. This can be done to increase their ability. 11, give remedial teaching to the slow learners. So the learners can realize what are the mistakes in their task or assignment. 12, give feedback so students know their ability and if it's needed to personal approach and talk to a specific learners. The third is dealing with students who have special needs. Number 1, keep your classroom organized. Keeping your classroom organized will also help to minimize stress and distractions. Number 2, remember that each child is an individual. Try to get to know your student as individuals instead of identifying them by their diagnosis. 3. Give your student opportunities for success. Encourage your students to work hard and to improve by offering opportunities for small successes and then celebrate those successes. 4. Create a support network. The more you communicate with everyone, the easier things will be, and the more your student will benefit. 5. Keep things simple. It is important to break down the task into a small part. The last material is the principles of TEYL or Teaching English for Young Learners. The first is implicit learning. It means in the learning process, students learn without realize that they are learning something. For example, teacher gave video consists of the list of vocabulary or giving a fun video with a lot of grammar stuffs. Second, contextual learning. It's the real or actual use of the language. You put the lesson to the context and you put the context to the language. For example, the teacher gives students example of using sentences to answer questions. Third is learner-centeredness. Teacher makes students as the center of the learning process. Students are active agents who are directly involved in the learning process. One of the examples is experimental learning, a technique that requires students to learning by doing the activity by themselves. And the last is meaningful learning. Teacher involved to introducing actual situations to the class and make a connections they possess or their prior knowledge or something they already know with its practical use in daily life. The example is teacher gave a questions that related to their life to attract their attentions. Well, we as future teachers must organize the class as well as possible so that the student can study well and have fun. So that's all I can explain, and I will end these sessions. Thank you for the attention and see you.